Well, he's turned his life into an inspiration and he's trying to help others. With me today to tell us more about his life and what he's doing in the community and to inspire you at home right now, we've got Tim Wurster. He's a social worker and a speaker locally in the community. And thanks very much for coming.
Thank you.
All right, so tragedy kind of hit, an impaired driving crash, and it got you in this situation, living in the wheelchair. Tell us some background and how this happened.
Okay, well, I'm from Salina, and what we would do as kids is we'd always go uptown, you know, on a Friday or Saturday night. It was a Memorial Day weekend, 1985, and I'd talked to a couple friends, and I went down to my brother's, and I had another brother also that came, so there was three of us, and we had a small get-together, and three guys came by, and me and Troy happened to get into the car with them, and what I tell people is not only is it physical, you know, with being in a severe car crash, but it's mentally and psychological draining. But what happened was he was doing 120 miles an hour on the way back in.
Wow.
And my brother Troy was crushed to death. And I mean, that's tough enough to deal with, you know, but right. I broke my back in two places, broke my neck, broke my left arm in two places. And what I tell people is at first, you just want to live, you know what I mean? And then you realize there's a long road ahead, and it'll be 30 years, you know, May 26th, and there's just it's just
that's still hard to get over, isn't it?
It is. I mean, even to this day, I think of it every day of my life.
Right.
And I'm trying to be a positive person, you know what I mean? But there's just things that claw at you every day, you know what I mean? Just different things, like with parking. Everywhere you go, you got to find out if, you know, if it's wheelchair accessible, or, you know, restrooms. You just have to plan everything. So
right. I think your story is kind of twofold. I mean, you know, yes, this happened to you, but yet, you know, you're living a life. You're getting out. You're talking to people, and so you're not letting the wheelchair get you down. So, you know, that disability, so to speak, you're living with it, and it must be hard day to day to live with that and to change your lifestyle.
Yes, and what I say is the obstacles is, you know, number one is you want to be a person, you know, you want to be treated like just a normal person. But there's just so many obstacles, and that's why I try to make it positive. You know, everything I do, I try to make positive. But just like even with working, you know, it's hard to work a full-time job when you have so many different issues come up. And the only thing I ask for is respect, you know, and I try to give respect to earn it, you know, and just a lot of different obstacles. Everything has to be planned, you know what I mean? I always try to be places early to make sure that
you have time to get where you're going.
Go on, get in. I try to look as nice as possible, and, you know, it's been 29 years, and it's a family issue too, you know, with my parents. Without them, I would be nowhere. Right. And it's just it's an up and down thing, you know. I try to be as productive as possible every day of my life. So. And
part of that being productive, you do go out in the community and you speak to people, right?
Yes,
and
yes.
That's one of your missions, one of the things you really work on, right? Tell us about that.
I now have done over 1,000 presentations since 1989, and I started out as a volunteer, paid volunteer, and then I went and got my degree, and I'm a licensed social worker now. But my passion is impaired driving, and it only takes one time, you know, for something to happen. But also with the speeding, that was not my type of activity, but I got involved with it one night. So I not only try to, you know, work with people that, you know, get caught for impaired driving, but also with students, just making life your best shot, goals, distracted driving, not only distracted, but then high-speed driving. We have such a problem nowadays with people who are just on the go so much that it's, and I actually now do music therapy at nursing homes too, so I try to do everything I can, you know, and I feel grateful that I'm able to do the things I can do. So I try to give back, you know, if I was in a nursing home, or I would want to help people, have people help me too. So
as you said, you're available if someone wants you to come. I got your information on the screen, so you know, you'll come out and you'll, you know, help them out and give your testimony.
Mock crashes is what I'm focusing on this year too. I love to speak at mock crashes. So
yeah, good examples. Thank you very much for coming today and being a good example and telling your story. Thanks very much. All right.